The world is preparing to say goodbye to Ted Turner following the announcement of funeral arrangements after his passing at the age of 87. The legendary founder of CNN died after complications related to Lewy body dementia, a degenerative neurological condition he had publicly discussed in recent years. His death marked the end of one of the most influential careers in modern media history, and now attention has turned toward the final farewell being organized in honor of the man who transformed global broadcasting forever. According to reports surrounding the memorial preparations, Turner's funeral is expected to reflect both the scale of his influence and the personal values he carried throughout his life. While the ceremony is being planned with a degree of privacy out of respect for family wishes, it is also expected to bring together some of the most recognizable names from media, politics, sports, environmental activism, and entertainment. Sources close to the arrangements suggest the memorial service will likely take place in Atlanta, the city most closely associated with Turner's business empire and personal legacy. Atlanta became the home of CNN and Turner Broadcasting, making it the symbolic center of the media revolution he created during the late 20th century. Many longtime colleagues reportedly believe it is the only fitting place for a farewell honoring the man who turned the city into a global media capital. Discussions surrounding the place of burial have also generated significant public interest. While official confirmation remains limited, several reports indicate that Turner may be laid to rest on private family property connected to his longtime conservation efforts and ranch holdings in the western United States. Turner spent much of his later life dedicated to environmental preservation, land conservation, and wildlife protection, owning vast ranch properties across multiple states. Those close to him have often said he felt most at peace away from the spotlight, surrounded by nature rather than corporate attention. That possibility has added emotional symbolism to the planned farewell. For many observers, burial on land connected to his conservation legacy would represent a deeply personal conclusion to a life spent balancing media ambition with environmental passion. The expected guest list reflects just how broad Ted Turner's influence became over the decades. Major figures from journalism and television are anticipated to attend, including longtime CNN personalities and former network executives who worked alongside Turner during the rise of 24-hour news broadcasting. Names connected to the early years of CNN are expected to play central roles during the memorial service, honoring the groundbreaking risks Turner took when he launched the network in 1980. Veteran journalists are also expected to deliver tributes recalling Turner's bold vision and unconventional leadership style. Many former employees have described him as demanding, fearless, and endlessly ambitious, yet also capable of inspiring loyalty through his belief in innovation and big ideas. Attention has also focused heavily on whether Jane Fonda, Turner's former wife, will attend the ceremony. Though their marriage ended years ago, their relationship remained one of the most publicly recognized chapters of Turner's personal life. Over time, both spoke openly about the emotional complexity of their connection and the respect that survived beyond the marriage itself. Many close to the family believe Fonda's presence would carry deep emotional significance, particularly given the role she played during an important period of Turner's life. Public reaction online has already reflected strong emotional interest in how former loved ones, close friends, and longtime associates may participate in the farewell. Beyond media figures and celebrities, political leaders and environmental advocates are also expected to attend. Turner's influence stretched far beyond television. His philanthropic efforts included major support for environmental causes, nuclear threat reduction initiatives, and United Nations programs. These humanitarian efforts earned him recognition on a global scale, making his funeral likely to attract international attention as well. Sports figures connected to Turner's ownership of the Atlanta Braves are also expected to appear during the memorial events. Turner's impact on sports broadcasting and franchise visibility changed how teams were promoted nationally through cable television. For many fans, Turner was not only a media executive, but also a passionate sports owner who helped shape modern televised sports culture. In the wrestling world, tributes are expected from personalities associated with World Championship Wrestling, the promotion Turner supported during the famous wrestling boom years of the 1990s. Legends such as Ric Flair and William Regal have already shared emotional memories about Turner's support for professional wrestling, when many television executives dismissed it as niche entertainment. As preparations continue, reports suggest the funeral itself will balance public recognition with personal reflection. Rather than focusing only on business achievements, the ceremony is expected to highlight Turner's personality, relationships, humor, and long-term influence on culture and communication. Those who knew Turner often described him as larger than life, someone driven by instinct, confidence, and relentless curiosity. He challenged traditional media structures, ignored conventional wisdom, and repeatedly took risks that reshaped entire industries. Yet in later years, especially after discussing his health condition publicly, he appeared more reflective and philosophical about life. That emotional contrast is likely to shape the tone of the memorial service. Friends and colleagues are expected to remember not just the billionaire executive, but the complicated, visionary, and deeply human figure behind the headlines. Public interest in the funeral announcement has also revealed how strongly Turner's legacy continues to resonate across generations. Younger audiences know him primarily as the founder of CNN, while older viewers remember the dramatic shift he created in how news, sports, and entertainment were delivered worldwide. Even after stepping away from daily business operations, Turner remained symbolic of a generation of media innovators who believed television could transform society. His willingness to challenge limitations permanently changed the structure of broadcasting. Now, as funeral arrangements move forward, many see the upcoming memorial not simply as a goodbye to one individual, but as the closing of a historic chapter in global media history. In the end, Ted Turner's farewell is expected to reflect the same qualities that defined his life: ambition, influence, unpredictability, and scale. From journalists and actors to athletes and political leaders, the guest list itself demonstrates the extraordinary range of lives he touched throughout his decades in the public eye. And as family, friends, colleagues, and admirers gather to honor him, the world will once again be reminded that Ted Turner was never just a businessman. He was a force that reshaped modern communication, challenged the impossible, and left behind a legacy too large to be forgotten.